anybody on here, but I'm just gonna, you guys, I'll tell a couple people that normally watch, which I don't think I've had a YouTube up forever. And it's because I am in the midst of too much stuff for this little old brain. And Letty is busy getting her property ready, paperback shack, and her and I have not been live in over probably a month, and I miss that, but it's cool that we are both really busy at the same time. But the other caveat is, I don't know if that's the proper term, she doesn't have no Wi-Fi. When all the trees bloomed with leaves, she has Starlink satellite, and she has to have a clear space up to the sky, none to be had unless she's down at Paperback Shack. So we do get to see her live down there. Incredible, and it takes my breath away what she's done with that Paperback Shack. And I just think it's so cool that she can put that kind of time and money into something, into her whole property, okay? And then sell it and move somewhere else. I don't know that will happen, but she's always up for moving. And wow, that's just, there's so many things I admire about you, Letty. And first of all, that you're a warrior. Well, very first is your love for the Lord and your knowledge of the Bible, and that is your first love. Your second love is your family. You got it right. And then you work hard for what God has given you to give back to the community, and that you're doing it all right. Now, am I saying that you're perfect? No, I know that. But I'm just saying, for this non-perfect person who loves the Lord, you're like up there. I don't have you on a pedestal, okay? My one friend's mother used to say pedestal, and it used to drive my friend crazy, which I think that kind of stuff is adorable. And she hated that I said adorable and tickled, and if somebody came into your home and she's got like a beautiful, gorgeous home, they'd say, this is cute. that drove her crazy. Anyway, I just get off on all these I sidestep. I go off in the world. So for those of you that know me and know that I started, I received my first full-bodied silicone doll from, and I'll tell that whole story. It's an incredible story. You knew I got scammed, and I found the artist, and I found the artist that did the doll that I fell in love with. Now, you guys aren't collectors, so you don't understand. There's the full silicone, full body, FBI, yeah, full body silicone doll. And then there's the reborn, and they're vinyl, okay? And some of them have the cloth body, so they're more cuddly and weighted. But they have, this vinyl is not like what my first doll that I got on Amazon that got me into all this. Their vinyl is a soft vinyl. My Willow is, it's a hard, stiff vinyl. She's still cute. But I am going to be doing a separate YouTube channel if I can figure out how to add a second YouTube channel. I know that sounds easy. I'm literal on everything that I do. I'm very literal. So if it isn't just exactly stated or worded on how it's supposed to be, then I can't read between the lines. So I get confused between, I have yahoo.com, but if you go on YouTube, it's a Google property. I get that. But when I was first trying to get into YouTube years ago and didn't know a thing, I've got like 3 channels, okay? And then 2 of them are branded. So all I know is I'm trying to add the 2nd channel just so that it's just nothing but the dolls. And I realize that that might not be the best idea, but what I got to lose? I only have 184, and this one's been going since 2000. I don't know, 19, I think 2019. Not sure. Anyway, I want to, and I called Letty the other night. God bless her. I misunderstood what she said. She's exhausted by 6 o'clock, and so am I. And I don't do the physical labor that she does. Anyway,
stay left 2 lanes.
I could tell she was exhausted. But Letty, I wanted your opinion on. I want to do business or surrounding the dolls. There is another one coming. And I'll get into that later. However, let me know in the comments. There's a lot of reasons people have and collect these dolls. My belief is that I will only have 2, okay? I'm gonna have a vinyl doll, and that is gonna be Willow 2, okay? They said if you want your YouTube channel to have anybody watching it from the doll collecting world, you can't be showing that one from Amazon. Breaks my heart. So anyway, I have Willow 2 in the making, and I named her Willow Joy. I put the middle name in. I know it's crazy, guys. Willow Joy, because my mom's name was Joyce, and a lot of people called her Joy. I know my grandmother did. Her mother called her Joy. It was her little nickname for her, and it just, you know how sentimental I am now. Woo. Wow. Thinking about my grandma, who was kind of like my best friend. I miss her. Gladys Christina, I was named after her. I took her middle name. A lot of the older names are coming back. My girlfriend Brenda, her daughter, if she has a girl, she was thinking she has a son named Owen. They call him Owie. And if she has a son, Owen. And if she has a girl, she said she might name her Opal. But old-fashioned names are coming back. And I could be wrong, but isn't there an Opal in the Bible? I could be wrong. Letty, you know. Anyway, so Willow Joy. So with the remodeling, I have a nook in my master bedroom that I used to have a chair and a fireplace on the wall, electric fireplace. So my idea was I ran out and got a crib on Facebook Marketplace, and it's one of those mini cribs, and it was in top-notch condition. It was white. It was everything I wanted. So then I get this idea to have a little nursery nook, and I can have that as a backdrop in my, not all of them, but and then I can enjoy my fantasy of having a nursery that I never got to have, and all the other stuff. And yes, I am gonna do role play with those dolls for my YouTube. I don't do it privately because it's a lot of no, but I never hardly get to hold. The other doll is Piper Renee. If any of you just happen to tune in here, yeah, it's Piper Renee. So she's the full body silicone, and she's got her eyes open. The other Willow number 2, Willow Joy, is going to be vinyl cloth body. She's being made in Illinois. And what's the whole purpose of this? Huh. She's got closed eyes. Okay. So I even got sunglasses for Piper because I think I mentioned this, maybe I didn't, but if you're out in public, I like to show the dolls. I've been out once with Piper, and the first restaurant I went into, just me, but I had her. A lady just ran up to me and said, "Is that your baby?" I said, "I'm sure you're acting surprised because of, there's no way it would be my baby, and that would be on, what's that called? What's that called where they have the most, never mind, book of records or something like that." Anyway, I said no, and I said, "She's not real." And she said, "What?" And I said, "She's not real." And she said, "Okay," and she starts looking at her, and I said, "See, her eyes don't shut." So she went nuts, wanted to hold her. I wish I could have had all this on film. That's another reason I got the new, like, Insta 360 Go camera, which if any of you saw me doing the microdermabrasion, I explained that. I'm still learning, so there's too much to learn. Anyway, so I have this, which I will show you guys, and I'll show it on my thing. I have this thing called the sound bib, where it's a bib, and it's got a little pocket in the back, and you can download sounds into this that sound like a baby that's drinking, taking their bottle. I'm not role-playing breastfeeding. Oh my God. Wow, why did I even say that? Oh, my mind goes bad sometimes. Anyway, so the nursery is done, and let me tell you, I will show it to you. Ah, this is live, sorry. Okay, so anyway, are there people on here? Here, right? Okay. Maybe I'm here. I don't know.
Speed limit camera ahead.
Speed limit camera ahead. I don't think I'm on here. I can't see. Oh, shoot. I know I shouldn't be doing this because, what the heck? Let me see. It says I'm live. Okay, no. Let's see who's in here. Amber McDonough. Caitlin. Hi, you guys. None of you know me. Oh, my God. This is so cool. Anyway, I hope I'm not boring you guys. Going to the dentist for my cleaning. Last time I was there, they said, well, you're gonna, and I hardly ever have cavities. I think I've only had 2 crowns, and it was from this dental office, because I've been going there for about 20 years. Anyway, I feel like I have to have the right hygienist that doesn't hurt me, okay? And this one doesn't hurt me. I went to another one just to see if I could get in with a cheaper, you know, one of those clinics, like to get your teeth clean. I hardly ever have cavities. I had a ton when I was a kid, but
in 1 mile,
not so sure he
51st
wasn't.
Street West.
Not so sure that dentist wasn't taking my mom for a ride. But anyway, let's see. What was I? Oh, he said you've got 2 things here on the top. You're gonna need 2 crowns. And I go, oh, wow. And he goes, you see it on the x-ray? I couldn't see a broken leg on an x-ray unless it was cracked in half. And I was in medical, went to medical assisting. So I'm more familiar with x-rays than somebody that wasn't at all. But anyway, I said, well, let me, they said the gal will give you a, did she say? A estimate, okay? So it was $3,400. They do not take insurance, and they do not take the Care Dental, okay? Not that I want to do Care Dental, but I think my friend said, you can take the Care Dental and
go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
And not pay for a year, interest-free. I mean, you have to pay your, what is it you have to pay? You have to pay the minimum payment per month, but for, I think it's 12 or 18 months interest-free, which is cool.
51st Street West.
All right. anyway, so go watch that trial. And don't worry, if you, anyways, this is her attorney. He's not even taking payments, okay? Because this girl has lost everything. She was worked in the financial district, and she was a college professor and taught finance. So she was quite wealthy. A lot of people hate her because she's got that resting bitch face, which is unfortunate because she's sweet. Isn't this interesting, you guys? Anyway, you can rewatch it, binge it. The first trial was last year. I don't know how long that lasted. I can't remember. But this witch of a judge, Canoni, can't stand her. She is definitely throwing the trial, but she called a mistrial from the first trial. I won't even go into all that. And so now this poor girl is on the second trial.
Turn right onto 59th Street West, then take the first left.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Huh? Okay. Anyway, it's just so fascinating. Okay, so what was I going to say? I said something about go in the comments and let me know. Oh, the name for my channel for the reborn dolls. Because they bring me such joy, and because these dolls are the full-bodied silicones and even the vinyls that are done by artists, they're not cheap. And when you don't know anything about it, which I didn't know, bought my little first doll from Amazon for $62.99. You know, I didn't know.
Turn left, then turn right.
Anyway, it's art to me. It's art, and it's incredible. Some people use these dolls for therapy. I choose to say a little bit therapy and just joy, because I never had children, and and from the time I was little, I loved babies. I was like, wow. And then all the accessories, you know. So that was, that's another reason I have just gone down the rabbit hole. Anyways, these dolls, the full body silicones, take days, months, forever, because they start with a mold of clay.
Go past the stop sign, then turn right.
They start with a mold of clay, and then when they're out of the mold, then they're painted 1,000,000 times. I mean, it's just like, then the hair's rooted one hair at a time. You just could not believe. Man, I'm right here where I used to live. Always
turn right.
With
then
my
the destination
ex.
is on your left.
With my ex. So there you go. Anyway, can you believe? Okay, so this is what I want to call my channel. What was it going to be? What was it going to be? Now
the destination is on your left.
Hush.
Dr. Darshan Naidu.
Okay.
Arrived at Dr. Darshan Naidu's
here we are.
home.
I was going to call it Art Angels. That's what I'm thinking of calling it, Art Angels. Or I could call it My Art Angel, plural. Anyways, I'll be back. And thank you all for being here. Steve, thanks for loving the shirt. Hi, Caitlin. Oh my gosh, you kids are so cute. All right. Gotta go. Would you guys subscribe? Any of you guys in here, subscribe. Go back and I got everything on here. I used to do the editing and tried to make it funny and have clips. So if any of you are bored, I have stories in there. It's just fun. So anyways, any of you guys on the injections like the Ozempic or the I think it's GL1. I did the Zepbound a year ago, last March, and lost 50 pounds. Amazing. But I couldn't afford it because it was $1,100 a month. I'm retired. So I dipped into the old 401, you know. I should have had a facelift, but I really want to be healthier. So now I get these meds from a nurse practitioner. It takes me an hour and a half to get there, but it's way cheaper. It's like $250 a month. A little more, maybe $300, but hey, a lot better. So there's a lot of stuff. I'm renovating my condo right now. I went on a dating site, you guys, just to amuse myself. And I'm going to bring it into this channel. I will not put their faces or names, but it's amusing. Because at my age, 70, I'll be 73 July 3rd, there's nothing to pick from. Nope. I think it's a cruel joke from God. Now, I know that I'm older. I got brown spots. I got wrinkles. I got crepey skin. Like, I just want to meet a guy and be friends with, have fun with, you know, pay for my own dinner. Just somebody. I just think guys are a lot more, guys are usually, unless you get a scoundrel, guys are usually honest, you know, because they're naive. Okay, I was gonna say dumb. Don't send me any shade. They're naive, okay? That's why I always fell for the bad boys, because they were just cute. I wanted to mother them. Well, they don't want to be mothered. They act like they do, but they don't. Anyway, so it's a cruel joke that God plays on women of our age, right? Guys, don't get that great big old belly. Ew. Well, first of all, I don't care if you have a big belly, but I had a guy that was 87. I put in the thing like 72, I think I said 72 to 77, you know, not a big age, but whatever. So this guy is like 87, okay, grandpa. And I know I'm grandma, but you know, I don't feel that way. Anyway, he goes, I hope I'm not too old. God bless him. And I don't give him winks back or likes back. I might say, God, I'm too old for you, but you keep going, because you seem like a kind of guy that I would have meshed with in my 60s. Anyway, it's very amusing, okay? But if any of you guys go on the dating website, don't try to say cool little pickup sentences like, you would make an angel with broken wings walk a mile for you. What? No. Are you kidding me? I didn't brush my damn teeth. Oh my God. And I'm going here to the dentist. I'm going to show you what I have. Have any of you, oh my God, I can't believe this. All right. And I have dry mouth from my meds. And as I said in my last one, meds will kill, but I'm a little past that, you know? Oh, okay, here it is, see? See? These little things are wonderful because they have the little toothpaste. Look, there's 4 of them. They have the little toothpaste right there. That guy's got a Rubicon Jeep. What's a Rubicon? My God, they have a million, huh? All right, well, I have 2 minutes, okay, and I'm gonna make them wait. But I'm not gonna be seeing this. I'm not gonna continue to go here for the dentist. I'm gonna go to this dental college and see. I gotta figure it all out. And truly, if somebody wants to replace crowns, and I see the big thing is, guys, I don't have any pain. Nothing's bothering me. So who wants to spend $3,500 and maybe not get a second opinion? So what I'm gonna do is go to the college. I don't know, guys, I don't know. It's very, hard to make all these decisions when you get older. You just, am I doing the right thing? But who wants to spend that kind of money? See that? Can you see that little? Yep, that's the toothpaste right there. Anyway, oh my God. Yeah, you guys, I used to live up here, which you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, do you? This is where I lived with my ex-husband. Oh God, I was up here for almost 20 years. And my church was our church is right across the street there. And when I left him, because he was dating somebody else, seeing another nurse in the hospital. He was a doctor. Anyway, yeah, I planned my escape, said, bye, honey, love you. And that's how I leave things, okay? Because I don't like confrontations. And I didn't know if he'd be upset or overjoyed, because every morning he said, love you. So anyway, who knows, right? So, what was I going to say? This guy's watching me. Oh my God. Anyway, I have a little Yorkie. That's a little pain in my ass. He has anxiety, the worst. So when I leave, he shits all over the place. And I want to throw up. So today the roofers are redoing all the roofs in our condominium. And of course they started today on mine. And the pounding. So with me being gone and the pounding, I pray I'm asking God to protect him. Even though he's a pain in my ass, I adore him. That he doesn't have a heart attack and drop dead. I hope. Okay, guys. I'm going in. Going in. Bye. Come back. Come back. There's a song. I just don't know it. Bye. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? I don't know. Bye.